Welcome to the Melly
and Shally show.
The show where we unpack the Liqui Moly range one product at a time.
So, product specific for today will be our fabric impregnator, and this is a prevention aid that assists with water repellent on any fabrics.
So the name is a bit confusing. Fabric impregnator. It's not going to make your fabric become more. And we have realized that because people don't know what it is supposed to do, they only apply it for the one application that there is a little picture on the bottle. But it has been designed to protect the fabric when it comes to your cabriolet vehicles, to make sure when it rains, water can't filter through it. It protects the fabric. But if you think of different products where you have scotch guarding, if you have your bags, your couches at home, where you want to make sure that when water falls on it, it is going to repel it and is going to make sure that it takes care of that material. I know I have quite a lot of patio furniture that have cushions on it outside, and if I do not apply the fabric impregnator beforehand and it starts raining, that rain filters within the cushions into the sponge and it starts creating that really terrible smell.
To give you a different scenario as well, if you go camping, you generally have textiles or canvas or whatever camping gear you use. With that as well, the fabric, actually, if it starts raining, you generally have this moisture that packs up on the material itself, on the tent, and with that, there's a bad moisture that you can actually smell, so it starts like muff, it's mold. So that mold is a terrible smell, and this is specifically the product to help you with that membrane, so there's no water actually penetrating through it, and it just runs off the surface.
Right, so to be able to give you an idea of how it works, so any kind of material, so just to be able to make sure that it protects against water, so two different kinds of material. Is there a specific one you want to spray it on?
So both of these are canvas. The one is actually a water repellent canvas and the other one is not treated. So what we're going to do, we're going to spray it on both of them, and what it does, it creates a film barrier. It's quite a nice smell as well.
That's why I'm keeping spraying.
But with this as well, as we mentioned, it builds on the membrane itself, it protects the membrane, so when a water or moisture comes, it just runs off it and doesn't infiltrate the fabric as well. So we're just going to spray a bit of water on here, so that is the mist or moisture.
Just lift it up a bit, Shally, so that everybody can see. So I'm going to spray it with water. And also at the bottom. Ooh, guts.
It's quite slippery.
So from my side, I can see how this is just sliding off, but you can also see that there's a layer on the material where it actually is not filtering in, where it has a totally different reaction at the bottom where you can see the water. It's almost like it's filtering in within the material. Here almost you can see it just makes a couple of bubbles. So to try it, spray it on your couch at home, get one of your children to spill some milkshake over it so that you can see what's going to happen is that moisture is not going to filter into the couch, and you're going to have that protection on the outside where you can use our universal cleaner afterwards, or just a normal cleaner to be able to make sure you can maybe just take that little bit of dirt or color that's lying on the top off, but the water is not going to be filtering into the cushion. So
some applications this will be able to cover, as we mentioned, is a soft top on the vehicle itself. There's also the tonneau covers, and especially in the bakkies, they have a protective seat or layer for when your kids mess some juice or whatever, so you can actually use that as well as a protection barrier, so it doesn't infiltrate your seats and become a hazard or problem when you're trying to clean that.
Okay, so you would use our leather care for all the seats in your vehicle that's made of leather, but then if you do have material, and even if you're going to put a cover over it to protect the seats, make sure that you also spray it with the fabric impregnator to be able to make sure that it's going to last and it's not going to allow any water to filter through. So the Liqui Moly Fabric Impregnator, thank you for watching the Melly
and Shally show.